Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to the seminar presentation. I am Shubham Singh, a student of Faculty of Engineering, University of Lucknow, going to present my seminar on the topic of composite construction. So let's get started. Here the content which I am going to discuss. First of all, I introduce what is composite construction, what is metal decking, composite metal decking, how it is installed, what is shear connector, how it is installed, installation of concrete, quality control over whole structure, scheduling of composite construction, case study, advantages, disadvantages, conclusion, and at last references. Introduction. Means of composite construction. Composite construction refers to two load-carrying structure members that are integrally connected and reflect as a single unit. An example of this is composite metal deck with concrete fill, steel filler beam, and girder made composite by using shear key. A steel beam which is made composite by using shear connector, composite metal decking, and concrete is much stronger and stiffer than the base beam alone. Composite floor systems are considered by many to be the highest quality type of construction. This has become a standard type of construction selected by many architecture, engineer, developer as per American Institute of Steel Construction AISC 1991. Metal decking. Metal decking is corrugated metal sheet that's used as a structural roof deck or composite floor deck. Metal decking usually has a ribbed or corrugated profile which is produced by a method called as roll forming. Metal decking is available in various profile and thickness such as cellular deck, roof deck, composite floor deck, non-composite floor deck. Images are arranged in order. Composite metal decking. Composite metal decking works together with the concrete fill to make a stiff, lightweight, economical floor system. The deformation on the ribs, also called as steel bar, allow for a strong bond between the concrete and the deck. Commonly, a style of composite decking includes: first one is decking with the ribs formed in a dovetail or fluted pattern, decking with a wire fabric welded to the ribs steel bar, decking with steel rods welded across the ribs or steel bar. Installation of metal decking. How metal decking installed? Metal decking is placed on a structural steel at predominant point in the erection. Metal decking may be installed by the steel erection contractor or a separate decking contractor. As an alternative to welding, powder actuated tools may be used to attach metal decking to structural steel. Powder actuated tools used the expanding gases from a powder load or a booster to driven a fastener. A nail-like fastener is driven through the metal deck into the steel beam. The powder actuated tool, powder load, and fastener must be matched to the thickness of the structural steel beam. Shear connectors. What is shear connector, or also called as shear key? A shear connector is a steel projection provided on the top flange of a steel girder. Depending on the welding process used, the tip of the shear connector may be placed in a ceramic ferrule arc sealed. During welding to retain the weld, shear connector creates a strong bond between the steel beam and the concrete floor slab which is poured on the top of the metal decking. This bond allows the concrete slab to work with the steel beam to reduce the live load deflection. Installation of shear connector. How shear connector installed with base metal. The electrical arc process is commonly used for shear connector welding. An arc is drawn between the stud and the base metal. The stud is plunged into the molten steel which is contained by the ceramic ferrule. The metal solidifies and the weld is completed. The ferrules are removed before the concrete is poured. as per American Society of Civil Engineers 2002. Installation of concrete over metal decking. Concrete is installed by a concrete contractor on the top of composite metal decking, shear connectors and weld wire fabric or rebar grid. Crack controlling reinforcing. Pumping is a typical installation method for concrete being placed on metal decking. 10,000 to 15,000 square feet of concrete slab may be installed per day, depending on the slab thickness and crew size. Quality control over whole structure. Shear connector used in composite construction required specific inspection and quality control day by day. Testing procedures are specified in the contract document or by the local building authority. Structural Welding Code Section 7 Stud welding specify the test and inspection of shear stud or shear key. How project quality control organization charts work. Contracting officer gives the command to the president. Under president there are 4 members: quality manager, superintendent, project manager, purchasing and estimation manager. Under superintendent manager, crew foreman and subcontractor, which work is to inspection the whole process. And under quality manager, inspection and test agencies, which work is to test the component and the raw material. Scheduling of composite construction. Time scheduling is done using Microsoft Project 2007. In time scheduling, some starting activities such as PCC 7 days, footing 15 days, and pedestals 7 days goes individually, but after completing column and beam erection for the first lift 33 days, activity of the composite floor construction goes simultaneously with the second lift erection. The duration of the installation of shear stud is project dependent and should be considered on a project by project basis, but shear stud installation usually has lift on no impact on the overall project schedule. Here the graphical representation of the scheduling of composite construction as follows. Case study: composite floor at Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce. Objective of my case study: it is located on the Kirchberg Plateau of Luxembourg, existing building of 5,000 meter square, and the proposed new building provided an additional 20,000 meter square of office space. The new building form a succession of 4 distinct wings linked together by a glass footbridges and composite floor. Within the composite floor slab, water carrying plastic pipes are provided to regulate the heat and cooling through the exposed stainless steel ceiling, leading to the significant energy saving technique. Stainless steel was selected for the floor because of the wide range of surface finish possibles, its strength, formability, and long-term duration. Here the project data which are used in this project. Project developer Luxembourg Council. Decking used Cerons metal deck. Cost of construction rupees 72 crore. Architect Vasconic Architect. Area of construction 7 lakh square feet. Construction details. Slim floor construction was adopted for the composite floor. The main beam are hot rolled steel HEM 260 steel profiles. The tiles are exposed below the floor at steel. Visually attractive surfaces pass below the beams and above the tiles to minimize the floor depth. The diaphragm action of the floor slab also help provide the horizontal stability of the building. What are the outcomes of this project? A fire engineering demonstrate that 60 minute fire resistance could be achieved. The design load was 4.5 kN per meter square and the self weight of the construction was 4.6 kN per meter square.
The slim floor beam are partially protected by the concrete slab. Water heating cooling pipelines placed within the floor slab and lighting and air disturbance unit suspension for the profile decking.
Advantages of composite construction over RCC or PCC. In a composite floor system, the concrete act together with the steel to create a stiff, lighter, less expensive structure. It is typical to have a reduced structural steel frame cost. Weight of the structural steel frame may be decreased, which may result reduce in foundation cost, reduce live load deflection, shallower beam may be used, which might reduce building height and cost, increased length span are possible, more steeper floors are possible. Disadvantages of composite construction over RCC or PCC. The additional subcontractor needed for shear connector installation will increase field cost and duration of project. Installation of shear connector is another operation to be included in the schedule, which increases the overall duration of the project. A concrete flatwork contractor who has no experience with elevated composite slab should not secure for the job. Conclusion or comparison between RCC composite and steel structure. As the results show, the steel option is better than RCC, but the composite option for high-rise building is best suited among all three options. The reduction in the dead load or weight of the steel framed structure is 32% with respect to RCC framed structure, and the composite frame structure is 30% with respect to RCC framed structure. Axial force in column have been reduced by average 46% in steel structure and reduced by average 7% in composite framed structure as compared to RCC framed structure. Steel and composite structure gives more ductility to the structure compared to the RCC, which is best suited under the effect of lateral forces. Total saving in the composite option as compared to the RCC result in 10%, so as with steel it will be 6 to 7%. References and journals which we are going to study to make our PPT. The first one is Ahmad IM in 2002 Life Cycle Assessment LCA Study of European Lightweight Composite Floor System, Journal of Building Engineering. Second one is Bhaskar R Experimental and Numerical Study on Composite Deck Slab, International Journal of Engineering and Technology, July 2005. VS Eurocode 4 Design of Composite Steel and Concrete Structure Part 1.2 General Rules Structure Fire Design BIS. EN The fourth one is EN Eurocode 4 Design of Composite Steel and Concrete Structure Part 1.1 General Rules and Rules of Building European Committee of Standards 2007. Johnson RP 2008 Composite Structure of Steel and Concrete Beam, Slab, Column and Frames of Building, John Wiley and Sons. The sixth one is Online International Center for Stainless Steel in Construction. And at last, thank you to all my respected teachers and all my dear friends.